Hey guys, welcome back to Just Carve Rob. And we are done with the gun stock. So this is what it came out looking like. Getting a little buggy out here today. Okay. Something about this camera, when you got it on zoom, it doesn't want to always focus right. So this is what it came out looking like. The other side, same thing. Here's our wolf or our coyote howling at the moon. We put some mountains and some trees in the moon, some stippling. And yes, I signed it, Jordy. Signed it. And then on the other side, we have our squirrel sitting on a branch. And we got some mountains and a field. So that's what it came out looking like, guys. All right. Just wanted to give you guys an update on it. I sanded it. I started out with 40 grit. Or no, not 40. Started out with 100 grit. Then I went to 400 grit. And then I went to 1,000 on the wood. And then this True Oil I put on here. It's for gun stocks and furniture and stuff like that. It's waterproof, weatherproof. It also puts a nice hard shell on it. It keeps it from getting the wood scratched and dented and all that stuff. So yeah, we got a pretty good finish on there. It's pretty deep. Looks pretty deep. This was 3 rounds of finish and sanding. Okay, so I finished it. Then I went back with 400, and you know how wood is with the grain. Sanded it all back down to the grain so that the True Oil filled all the highs and lows in the grain. Then went back over it with 1,000. Then put the True Oil on it, and then sanded it with 400 again, and then 1,000. And you're doing that really light because you don't want to remove all your finish that you put on it. And then I put another coat of True Oil on it. And you can do this 4 or 5 times. If you want this thing to look like glass, I'd have to do it probably 2 more times, and then it would come out looking like it was dipped in glass. But this isn't a showpiece. This is a gun that this guy uses all the time for target shooting. I don't know if he does any hunting with it. So I asked him, and he said, just make it shiny. You don't need it to be a showpiece. It's going to go to the range a lot and get shot. And so I took it up to this finish here, it looks pretty deep. I don't got a ruler. Usually you put a ruler against it, and if you can see it all the way up to 12 inches, that's classified glass finish. But it's really shiny. The like I said, it's got 4 coats of True Oil, and then finished in between. I'm sorry if we're getting wind noise. We're getting a little wind for a change here today. Okay, so that's what it came out looking like, guys. All right, and I went down to Indiana to Browns County Park. It was put in by the CC workers during the Depression. The park was established in 1916. And it is, if you ever get a chance to go there, it's a really cool place. They got cabins you can rent. They've got a lodge there that you can stay in. They have a pretty cool little restaurant. And let me show you what I did while I was sitting in they've got a little lake there. I walked around while I was doing that. I carved some wood spirits. Found some sticks on the ground, carved some wood spirits, and I left them all over the place on picnic tables and whatnot. Figured some kids would pick them up, think they were cool. So, yeah, I carved about, I don't know, probably 10 of them. And as I was walking, I just dropped them off on picnic tables or left them on the trail. I left a couple of them on, there's just like benches all the way around the lake that you can sit on. I left some there. So I kind of scattered them all over the place. It is a big park, guys. It's a big park. They got lots of hiking trails and bicycle trails and stuff like that. It's in Indiana, Browns County State Park in Indiana. It's a really cool place. If you like nature and trails and that kind of stuff, that's the place right there. Lots of sandstone, easy to carve. I carved a couple pieces of sandstone while I was there with a, believe it or not, just the tip of a pocket knife. I'll show you what else I made while I was wandering around. I was down there for 4 days. It's about 600 miles from where I live in Michigan. Okay, guys, here we are back in the man cave or the carving shop, whatever you want to call it. This is what I used right here. And you don't apply this with a brush. You apply it with your finger. It even says right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. It says apply with your finger. So I put a rubber glove on and smeared it all over that gun stock. I think the finger works better than a brush because then you don't get a big chance of runs. Here's my sandpaper mess. Sandpaper mess. This is the 400 grit sandpaper. This is the 100 grit sandpaper. And this is the 1000 grit sandpaper. And while I was down there, I carved this guy. Yep, I carved a little Just Carve Rob. Just Carve Rob's hair is not that long, but this is a little guy I carved down there. Just Carve Rob guy. Nope, I didn't make no video of it because I didn't bring a tripod with me. And you can't carve with one hand. This guy was all carved with a knife. Got one hand in his pocket, and the other hand is... I haven't decided if he's going to be holding an axe or a fishing pole. Probably a fishing pole. Yep. So that's what he came out looking like. Oh, the truck project is almost done. Got the motor back in and mostly put together. You guys want to see that? Okay, so we are in the auto end of the building. We've got a car lift. Back that way is our wood shop, and way up front there is the fab shop. Okay, so this, you really can't see the work that I've done, but this motor wasn't in the truck a week ago. Took it apart, rebuilt it, had the heads milled, and all that good stuff. Should have took some pictures of it when it was all apart. Yeah, so it's all back in there. I've got the heads put back on it, the intake manifold put back on it, and all that stuff. You know, the alternator had to come off. And I put new fuel injectors in it. They're bigger fuel injectors because we're looking for more horsepower. More horsepower, Liz. More ponies. My ponies don't have big funny teeth like your pony. Okay, so that's the old girl should be running here in a little bit. Got to put the air intake back on, the snorkel and all that stuff. Got a couple, I got to lift the truck up. Got a couple more bolts in the bell housing to put in, and we're going to put a new exhaust on it. Make it a little louder. Let it breathe a little bit better. Okay. So I think that's it for this video, guys. Just wanted to update you. We'll be carving something. We'll be working on our dragonfly. I bought some plexiglass to make some wings. They're not going to be as cool as Jordy's glass wings. But then again, if I drop it, I don't got to worry about breaking them. And I drop a lot of things. Okay? So, be awesome. Carve something awesome, guys. And we will catch you on the next one. All right? And we're almost at 1,000 subs. Thank you, guys. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. And catch you on the next one. Share, subscribe, and like. Bye-bye.